Class 3 then for the next 1,200 metres the trip here for race number 3, which is the first leg of the first double trio. We have 14 of them heading to posts. Headed by Handsome Bobo, drops back into Class 3, likes to roll forward. He's got barrier 9. Sea Ride Dragon first up since May. Team Spirit down in class as well. He's an on-pace runner, but he's got barrier 14. Be Ready makes his Hong Kong debut, won 4 of 7 in Australia. High Rise Soldier, also a 2-time winner out of Australia, his Hong Kong debut. Blotting Paper, another debutante. Another winner from Australia, won 2 in actual fact. Big Fortune up in class, a 2-time course and distance winner so far this season. Diamond Brilliant even returns. And Shining Gem, course and distance first time for him. He'll jump from barrier 11, Grant Van Niekerk in the saddle. Grade 1 is the only horse that's been up at Chung Far engaged in this field. And his last start was beyond error happiness, well beaten there. There's a fair bit of speed here. There's a few options. Handsome Bobo was slow out last time out, but from his draw of gate number 9, he should be able to get out to rocking and rolling. Team Spirit's got a wide draw, but he's another one that can race on pace. Grade 1 there with Big Fortune. He should get a lovely run down on the inside there. The interesting one for me is Lockheed, because he teared around the track in a recent trial, won it by about 8 lengths. So he's drawn in an awkward draw of gate 13 for Zach Purton riding.
Here he is. Lockheed, you can see the hold he's under. His work's been pretty good, this horse. He's still a maiden, though, in Hong Kong from his 17 starts. He had a couple of seconds. I think he got nutted one day, didn't he, for second just on the post. But he goes nicely enough here in the mornings. Blotting Paper, one of the first starters. Now, he's 1139 pounds. He's had the 2 trials. The hood will go on. He's by Uncle Mo, US American sire, of course. And he goes nicely down the back straight. I think he stands in Australia, or he's a shuttle sire, isn't he? And Diamond Brilliant, now he's been placed fresh up before, and he comes into this race fresh this season, but his work's been good leading into it. So I've liked the way he's looked in the mornings, Diamond Brilliant. Yeah, he's a lovely big horse, Diamond Brilliant. We'll have a look at him in action in a moment. Let's start off with some winning form, though, with Big Fortune. And this is him over the 1,200 metres last time out. And Alfie Chan jumps on board again. He's got barrier 3, so it looks perfect for him. Yeah, it does. He's a hard horse to leave out from that draw, because you know he's going to be on pace. He still comes in with 109 pounds. He's up in class. That's the key for him. He comes up into class 3. So that's why I've got him in the numbers, but not on top. He's a 2-time winner now. But 2 of those wins have been in the last 3 starts. It worked out perfectly for him last time. Great run behind Quadruple W. Probably just overcooked it in that midsection in the end. He was able to get the run on him in the straight. All right. Team Spirit is another horse that likes to be on speed, but he's drawn wide. Diamond Brilliant. He returns. He's first up since July. Yeah, Team Spirit, he's one of those horses that will go forward in this race. He's had a recent trial here. You can see him finishing off nicely there. He's not really been asked too much down on the rail there. Diamond Brilliant, I thought, was under a good enough hold in this recent trial for a third with Karis Teton and Benno Young. He was a winner 3 starts ago in Class 4 company, but did like that trial. Yeah, and the 2 starts he's had in Class 3 have both been pretty good, I thought, 4th and a 3rd. So with the only 6 starts he's had here in Hong Kong, I think he's quite a progressive type. Yeah, and that was behind Golden 16 Athero as well, his last 2 starts. Lockheed, here he is, out in front, enjoying himself. Yeah, waving to the crowd, isn't he, here at this particular trial. We've seen a lot of these big winners on these all-weather tracks, and then they've come out of the races and haven't actually done too much. But Lockheed, I think he's been knocking on the door. 13's going to make it a bit difficult. I found a place for him, though. I think a win from him is not too far away. Stables in form. I just got that question mark, what they do with him. There's a whole lot of pace in this race. He was mapped to go back there from gate 13, but we know he's got plenty of pace. He showed it there in that trial. All right, Be Ready, one of the first starters here, making his debut in Hong Kong. We Concur was his name in Australia. Matty Dunn trained him. Yeah, I agree with that. 1132 pounds for Be Ready. He's had the 3 trials. Hugh Bowman will ride him here, and barrier 10, a little bit awkward, but I quite like his trials. I think he's quite a nice recruit. Son of Love conquers all. Sometimes it takes him a while to acclimatise, but 4 wins from 7 starts certainly showed he was no slouch in Australia. Yeah, Grafton a couple of times, one on the Kensington track at Randwick on his last start. Their Shining Gem. This is him trialling as well. His last start, I thought, was very good for 4th behind Mr Lumiere. He was running on at the end, only beaten 3 1/4, and he looked to be under a nice enough hold in this recent trial here. Power King, I think you got Gift of Lifeline there in the centre as well, but he seemed to go to the line pretty strongly. The gate 11's a little bit awkward, and he's right down the rating mark of 61 at the moment. Yeah, a little bit awkward, 61 sometimes, isn't it? You know, you get the lightweight, but if you drop a grade, then it's a lot easier. All right, the favourite, though, is the one that's coming up in grade. That's Big Fortune to go in again. Yeah, I've got him in, but I haven't got him on top. I'm going to go with Diamond Brilliant. I liked his work leading to this. He showed he's up to this class. and he comes in with a lightweight, and he has run well fresh in the past. He's on top, Lockheed, in there for second. We talked about him. Big fortune for third. And Grade 1, now Grade 1's a reasonably consistent horse. He's a 4-time winner from his 24 starts. And look, he's had that run under his belt, and I think he's come on since then. So 13, 6, 12, 11.
I sided with Big Fortune again, up in grade, down in weight. What he's carrying 109 pounds with that Alfie Chan claim. So I think he's a big player again. He's drawn to get a good run. Shining Gem to be finishing off at the end. Lockheed off the back of a good trial. And Handsome Bobo, providing he jumps, because a couple of his runs in recent months anyway, even going back to May, he's missed the kick a couple of times. So he's got a senior jockey on, Alexi Bedell. 12, 14, 6 and 1.
All right, I'm with Paul. I'm with Diamond Brilliant here. I think the track works look good. Looking for a big run. First up for the season, that's race number 3.